That made me some solid cash money. Yeah, I accept. Are you ready, chat? Can I get some? Can I get some? I'm actually PO in chat. I know there's gotta be a couple of you. All because of my cat. It's fair. I can get misstepped here, obviously, and I can get forced, and I can get trapped. But I'm just gonna jam because that's what I'm here for. I'm not playing around my mirror trap. I refuse. Alright, opponent played forced pitching PO. So we know it's the mirror. We've got a really good artifact base, but no other cards. Opponent also has Soul Ring and a top. Brutal. What I really want to do is just draw Karn off the top. I hate this game. Tinker. Mentor. Mentor Brainstorm. Alright, I got a very small window here, chat. My 3-card PO on turn 1, not good enough. Oh god, Ruby, into top? No top? Do they have Pyroblast? Is that what they're holding up? Well, that's a good draw, as long as they don't have Pyroblast. Doesn't look like there was a Pyroblast. 4 cards, rebuy. Oh, come on. I cannot win these PO mirrors tonight, chat. The one of Pyroblast off of a Ruby. Unreal. I don't know why they waited. I would probably hit the Snapcaster Mage. I don't really think PO Red is greater than not PO Red. Opponent was very lucky to cast it off of Ruby. Normally that Pyroblast is just a dead card. See if opponent found a card that matters off this. Do I block here? It's not actually going to change the clock very much. And if I draw a PO, I want this Snapcaster, so I'm not blocking. That's not true. You don't ever really want to fetch Volcanic. You want to fetch that Underground Sea. Interesting. Interesting. So if we bounce our Snapcaster Mage, that would leave me with 4 mana. Could snap, bounce, an Opal. I think I want to bounce my Snapcaster Mage. Yeah, I think I want to bounce my Snapcaster Mage. Not sure what I can draw at this point. I think I'm dead. I just drew lands when I needed spells. Jeez, I just cannot get anything. 13 lands. I just can't draw spells. Holy shit. I guess I shuffled, so I probably should have played Tarn. Opponent should put the top back on top. Okay, good. Man, I just have not been lucky in these mirrors tonight. Unreal. Unreal. Alright, so Flusterstorm, Balance, Caracas, Island out. You could even go 2 islands out. Go back down to 12 lands. Technically, or typically, you can do 12 lands. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4. Yeah, that's fine. I don't like Hercules. And I don't really want multiple repeals. Should be good. Submit. So I've cast like no Karns, but they, I guess that was that one game that we won with Karn. I just really would like a Karn in these matchups. What does this do for me? Has a Force of Will. In Mystical for an Ancestral on turn 2. Cast Ancestral. It's probably good enough. It's not like great. I think it's fine. I keep most hands that have Force of Will in this matchup. As you can see, like in game 1 where I kept a hand that just died to Force of Will, like it happens a lot. This hand looks awful. I don't know if you saw the card Force of Will. It's very important. You're gonna play turn 1 Lavinia with Force backup. Sure. Has PO for 2 up. Oh, there you go. See, Cliffy's got your back. So obviously the biggest thing that can happen that would go really badly for me is if opponent Flusterstorms my PO, or my Ancestral. But I think that's fine. I think I'm willing to risk that. Because I am going to cast it on my turn here, because I really want to hit my land drops and Moxen. They have Fluster, or do they have Pyroblast? They have Fluster? Brutal. Oh, they have PO. Do I force that? Leaves them with a tap mana vault. It makes them really hard for them to cast subsequent POs. I think I am going to counter it. I think because the artifact is Mana Vault, it makes me think that I want to counter here. Yeah, this is good. So now I have a choice. Do I want to play Jet Tutor and tutor for something to make sure I can tinker, or do I want to play Jet Top? I guess I can play Jet Top and still vamp for Mana Crypt. So there's really no reason not to just play Jet Top right now. I guess the reason is they could draw Mental Misstep. So I think what I'm going to do is Vampiric for a Mana Crypt. What are they going to get? Are they going to get a Ancestral? Sure, that's fine. So they have another blue. They have another blue source, but they need. I guess they can hit Force of Will off it. They have a off Volcanic. All right, so they have 5 cards and they have to hit Force. Oh, I guess they can have Pyroblast now. That's unfortunate. Because Lotus sacrifices itself. I don't want to lose any of my existing mana. So I think opponent probably has Pyroblast, but I don't think we actually have very many options here. I guess what we could do is we could go Tolarian Academy, Narset. Get the Pyroblast. Man, the problem is if they Pyroblast, they can just untap and PO us. But I guess if they don't have Pyroblast, well, then I would just really want to resolve my winning Tinker. I guess I can still spin for... If I go Lotus, I can still spin for a Force. That's a pretty big upgrade, though. So what I could do is I could go Lotus, lose my Jet, Tinker for Citadel, and spin and look for Force if they have Pyroblast. I really don't want to let them untap. I kind of want to win the game on this turn. I think I like that line the most. I think I like Lotus, Tinker my Jet. I have the ability to spin for a Force. Obviously, the biggest downside here is that I'm going to lose my Jet. Obviously, I won't have a top if I have to spin for a Force, but... So they had Pyro... Oh, no, they're looking for a Force. That's good for us. That's really good for us. That's really good. Nice. That should win the game. I want to cast Balance. I guess there's really no reason not to. They lose a card in a land. Joe, I think there's like a lot of thought that goes into that to give you the highest percentage chance to win. They could have a mental misstep, which would be kind of gross here, right? I don't think I actually want to vamp, though, do I? Let's roll. Yeah, Bola Citadel's a dumb card, for sure. No one has to sell me on that one. Just play this land. They did have Pio. This puts me down to 2. That's fine. Alright, got there. That was sweet. Alright, game 3. I still like how we did this board plan. I had never been playing balanced in this matchup before, but I actually think it's fine. This answer's Blightsteel too, right? Yeah. Alright, so we found the Karn we were looking for. We've got a Cantripping Repeal and a Force of Will. Obviously, the Citadel looks stupid, but I think this is a pretty reasonable 6. If we draw a blue card, we have double Force, and we just need to find mana for our Karn. Karn should be pretty much lights out in this matchup. The question is, do we want to find a better 6? That's the big question. Do we want to look for a better 6? Because obviously this Citadel's pretty bad. It's pretty much a blank right now. And we only have 2 mana. But we have at least a Force and a Cantripping Repeal. The best part about Karn is that it can't be Pyroblasted. Opponent mulliganed. I'm gonna keep this hand. I wouldn't be against mulliganing this hand, but I think it's a keep. I think that Karn is just so good in the mirror that I think it's worth it. So opponent kept 6 and has a crypt hand. That's scary. Tinker? Top. Oh, I don't think I can really force this with them having a volcanic representing. Especially when my main plan is Karn. If I could just draw like a Lotus, Mana Crypt, or Mana Vault, that would make my life so much easier. I think I deserve it, right? I think I deserve drawing one of those. That's not terrible, because that at least lets me have more forces. I am going to cantrip this Repeal, I think. Am I going to cantrip this Repeal? Or just hold double Force? No, I'm going to hold up double Force. I don't have a land drop to make. Maybe at the end of turn I'll think about repealing my Ruby. I have a feeling opponent is going to have like powerful play plus Pyroblast. Night's Whisper? Yeah, unfortunately that one's going to resolve. Time Walk? Yeah. No reason for us to pull the trigger. Mystical for Tinker? Okay. Or is it going to be for Ancestral? I think I'm forcing pretty much every spell they take here for Tinker. Okay, so this should be our big play. Won the flip. So if they play a land, okay, that means they most likely have, yeah, so they have Pyroblast in their hand. So they have Tinker Pyroblasts, and we have Double Force. Alright, opponent has a top and 3 mana. We have 2 mana and a Karn on the way. Mana Crypt. Tinker, that's not... doesn't exactly do what we need it to do. Classic. Opponent gets to spin. They have a lot of good hits. So PO is not one of them. They could easily spin here and look at 3 bricks. Still looking for mana. That's technically mana. Would I tinker here? That's a real hard question because we're about to make that question. Do we tinker for Mana Vault here? God. It's so bad against Pyroblast. This is a hard choice. One, two, 10 plus 8, 20, 20 and 50. I can tell you exactly how many because everyone just copies. 4 Pyroblast. 4 Pyroblast, 2 Flusterstorm. He spun and did not play whatever they spun into. I don't think so. No, they play 4. So the upside to holding Tinker is later we can Tinker for a load. Oh my god, they drew a Vamp. I guess that technically would have gotten them Pyroblast, but I mean we wouldn't have even been able to kill, but they wouldn't know we wouldn't have Citadel. Okay. I think like holding Tinker because we might be able to get a Lotus Citadel later is like reasonable as well. Like they would have probably vamped and then like gotten a Pyroblast and countered it, I would assume. But I don't know. I'm really hoping for mana here and opponent to not have force. That's not a bad draw either. I could use being like slightly luckier. So they have hardcast force now. Yeah, I guess you get to see that what I have happening. It's kind of unfortunate. Probe's really annoying here. Man, this is brutal. Can I please draw Mana Crypt so that I can have Karn with Fluster? Please? I beg of you. What's happening? Is this a PO? We have enough to counter a PO. It's a Yagwell? It's a Night's Whisper? Are they willing to pay 4? Oh, I'm going to counter this. They pay 4, fine. That's fine. They redraw top at another card. Alright, just like any mana, please. Please. Damn, powerful wizard he is. Mana? Thank you. Alright. Hello. I'm gonna Tormod's Crypt them. Yo, what up, Mike? Alright, I think we're in good shape now. Next turn we can tinker for Lotus and cast Citadel. They might have Hardcast Force here. 1, 2, 4. I can cast Ponder though. Ah. Interesting. Key Crypt Spyglass. Play Spyglass. No. I guess I can't tinker and play Citadel in the same turn. So we should just go get a Spyglass. I guess if they could have a Snapcaster Mage. I don't actually want my Karn to die to Snapcaster Mage. I don't think I want to use this. I don't think I want to kill this Jet either. They would have 2 cards in yard and 5 mana. It's getting close to Dig Through Time. I think I'm just going to plus this and pass. I'm not sure that's right, but that's my instinct there. Any kind of white mana here and we can play it to Fairy and be really safe. They're gonna take another damage. They're gonna go to 4. Karn is so good. Go for the Lattice Lock. Oh, now we have the white mana for Teferi. We should just get a Teferi first. This is most certainly getting Force or Pyroblast, I would assume. Yeah, here comes Force. So we can't get... We could get a Crypt or a Spyglass. Not that Spyglass does anything, really. We could, like, Crypt them again. That doesn't seem very good either. Can we tinker for a top? Is that good enough? Not really. It doesn't really do much for us. We could get a Crypt, play a Crypt, tinker for a top, have top and spin. It's like kind of medium too. We could just go get a key and then we can have tinker key ready. That's probably better. Let's do that. So we're actually just 1 mana short of winning on this turn. Maybe I should just tinker right now. There is still a Lotus, but I haven't thought it was good enough. Maybe I'll just tinker right now while they're tapped out. An opponent has to stop my Vault Key and my Karn on this turn. Karn is so good. Have you tried this, Justin? I've been so impressed with this Karn. It's been incredibly, incredibly good. It's like really free. I don't even think you need to have the Vault Key combo. I just wanted to play with the Vault Key combo. I think just like on its own, it's so good. It's like really easy to cast, and it just straight up wins like half the matchups in this format. Even just having like Tormod's Crypt, Sorcerer's Spyglass, and that's it, it's like good enough. And I think I put the Lattice in because I do think I like to be able to win off it, but like I don't even think you need this Vault Key combo either. Alright, we did it. 109 viewers. We 4-1 this prelim. Very nice. Awesome. So, that's Esper Paradoxical Outcome. And that's the Vintage Prelim. This one of the few that fired, so we're pretty happy about that. If you're new here, my name is Justin. I'm actually level 1. I'm a vintage streamer. You can follow me on Twitch to see more vintage streams, and if you want to catch previous streams, all of my man, I'm killing it tonight. All of my Twitch VODs go on YouTube after the stream. So if you go and click the YouTube link down below, you'll find there's 140 plus vintage leagues, all the challenges from the last year, including one vintage playoff, a bunch of miscellaneous streams, prelims, all kinds of stuff there. So if you're interested in vintage at all, definitely check out the YouTube. And if you're interested in hanging out with the vintage community, specifically the ones that watch streams typically, there's a Discord link. You'll be able to find it in the chat. And that Discord is for the vintage streaming community. So you can go in there, talk about vintage, talk about the format, talk about decks, get help, ask questions, basically anything you could ever ask for. It's a great community. All of my chat, besides Log, are great people. Very helpful, and they will point you in the right direction. Vintage is pretty much the cheapest format, at least the cheapest Eternal format you can play on Magic Online right now. A vintage deck costs a fourth the cost of a modern deck. So I highly recommend, if you have any interest at all, that you definitely pick up. Maybe use your rental service and try out a league or something and see if it's for you.